I have been a very naughty girl this month. Welcome to my December, little bit of November, mostly December, comic book, graphic novel and nerdy book haul. As you've seen from the beginning of the video, I have an awful lot to show. I've been waiting as long as possible because I still have, it's the 2nd of January now, by the way, just letting you know. I was waiting as long as possible because I had quite a few things that I knew were still going to arrive. But I got an order of comics through today from A Place in Space, which is a shop online that I use because I live in the middle of nowhere, and the closest comic book shop to me is run by assholes. So I don't really like going there, but apparently there's one in Kiddie that I'm going to try going to on Free Comic Book Day this year, because I didn't go last year, but that will be a part of this haul. Right, let us start off with single issues. These are all of the single issues that I have got in the month of December. I've never been a massive collector of single issues before. I've got quite a few. I've got a massive collection of 2000 AD single issues up in my attic, and I used to collect Fable as well, back before it was popular and became like super expensive, so now I'm saving up to buy the deluxe edition volumes instead. It has started with my Marvel single issues, because I found out that, for those of you who don't know or don't really care, I live in a little town in Herefordshire called Leominster, where fuck all happens and you can get fuck all. But apparently the WH Smiths in town sells Marvel. So these are the two that I decided to start collecting. They only do another 2 Marvel single issues on a monthly basis, but these were the 2 that I decided that I wanted to collect. This one I haven't actually read yet, because I bought this pretty much the day I went away. Well, the morning of the day that I went away for Christmas holiday. Right, the next one, 2 of them I got the other day, and then these 4 I got, literally I opened up like half an hour, not even that, before I started this video. It is the Madame Frankenstein series. As far as I'm aware, this run only has 6 or 7 issues. I don't know, I think it has 7 and I'm just waiting for 1 more, but I could be wrong. So I have issue 1 to 6 here. I have read issue 1 and 2. They're by Megan Levins and Jamie S. Reich. I'm not sure that's how you say it. This is issue 2. This is the issue 1B variant cover. I got this one just because I loved that comic art. I don't know who did this. I can't remember off the top of my head who did this cover art, but here we got issue 1 and 2, issue 3, issue 4, issue 5, and issue 6. But yes, and then I also have a little haul here, again from a place in space.com, of a load of free comic books from this year, well, last year now, the 2014 Free Comic Book Day. I have Courtney Crumrin. This one is by Ted Nefer. I'm sorry if I butcher some of these names. We have Grim Fairy Tales, Age of Darkness. And Entropy by Radoja Welby. This one is actually the only one of the ones that I just showed you that I've actually read yet. I really enjoyed this. Really unique art style. If you like stuff like Saga, but with an actual grittier visual impact, you would like something like this. Here I have The Wicked and the Divine, issue 6. This one is the variant cover by... I don't know exactly who did this variant cover, but it's by Gillian McKelvey and Wilson Cowles. One of the things I will also be showing you later in this haul is the Wicked and the Divine Volume 1. I got the first volume on Amazon ages ago, basically because a theme that you will see running on this channel is that if Kate Leth recommends it, I will read it. I genuinely think I am probably the greatest European Kate Leth fangirl out there. Like, so much so I actually interviewed her as part of my dissertation. Well, interviewed by email. And she was just the loveliest, most supportive comic book lady I've ever met. Or, well, not met, but had the pleasure of speaking to. And her podcast, Less Than Live, is amazing. And I always find myself, when I listen to Less Than Live, I always end up on Amazon while I'm listening to Less Than Live, just basically buying things that Kate Leth tells me to read. So, yes, in fact, a lot of the stuff that I bought, and I'm not showing you everything, but at one point I'm going to be doing a Nerd Shelf, a comic book and graphic novel collection video, and you will see that there is definitely a Kate Leth-centric theme. If Kate likes it, I'll like it, basically. Actually, comics, but I ordered them while I was ordering some free comic book day comics, and they're actually prints from Inhuman, of Inferno and Lash, and they're done by Joe Madureira. I'm so sorry, I'm just butchering this name, but pay no attention to my horrific butchering because these litho prints are beautiful. I mean, I really feel bad that I can't get like a properly decent shot of just the wonderful quality of these. Like, look at that, look at that. But basically I bought these with the intent of framing them for my living room, and at some point I will get round to that. My god, this video is 12 minutes long already. This is going to be like the longest video ever. I also have a load of stuff from, well, I have another one that came in today. It is the Ultimate Comics Iron Man issue 1, because I want to start reading Iron Man again, because he's awesome. This one is by Edmondson, Buffagni and Troy. I assume those are all last names. And then I have a few Image single issues, because I'm basically an Image fangirl. I have Trees by Warren Ellis and Jason Howard. Trees issue 1. I have no idea what it's about. I just saw the cover, really liked it, thought that seems like the kind of thing I'd like to read, so I bought it. I have Deadly Class issue 1, because I wanted to see if I liked it before I went and bought the trade paperback. And Alex and Ida by Jonathan Luna and Sarah Vaughan. These are all of the trade paperbacks that I have collected throughout the month of December. We will start first, and again, you're going to be seeing a Kate Leth-centric theme in this, in Claire's issue 2 of Kate Leth Made Me Buy It, Sex Criminals, Volume 1. Sex Criminals is by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. I really like Matt Fraction. I've got quite a lot of him on my Amazon wishlist. But yeah, it's a really, basically, I'll read you the blurb from the back. Susie has a secret. For her, sex literally makes the world come to a standstill. John has a problem. He hates his job, hates his life, and the special curse that makes him just like Susie. Basically, it's about these two people who realise that by having sex together, they can stop time. So they use that skill to rob a bank. I think they rob many banks, but yeah, that's basically it. And it's just, it's lovely, it's full colour, it's bright, it's witty. I have yet to finish reading it, but I'm enjoying it so much. I also have Rat Queens, Volume 1. This is by Curtis J. Weeb and Rock Upchurch. It's about a group of sassy, magic, sword-wielding questing girls, and the first volume is called Sass and Sorcery. So that alone was enough to make me want to buy it, plus also, you know, Kate Leth may have recommended it, but again, really like it. I only had a chance to read the first couple pages because I have such a massive TBR pile at the moment, so I am going to get around to reading this soon, but this literally only came the other day. Here we have by DeConnick, Rios, Bellari and Cowles, Pretty Deadly, Volume 1. This is amazing. I have already read this. It's just, the story it's not complicated to explain, but I wouldn't be able to sit here and give you a decent, like, 10-second synopsis of this comic. You need to go out and read it for yourself, basically. I think it's like £5 or £7 on Amazon at the moment, so just get it. If you're a fan of Sandman, I don't know why, it's just the art style and the story, it's very Sandman Gaiman-esque. So if you like that, pick up Pretty Deadly. And yes, like I mentioned earlier, by Gillian McKelvey and Wilson Cowles, we have The Wicked and the Divine, Volume 1. This is called The Faust Act. Again, Kate Leth told me to read it, so I read it, and I loved it. It's now, I think Wicked and the Divine is probably my favourite comic at the moment. It's basically every 90 years, 12 gods return as young people. They are loved, they are hated, in 2 years, they are dead. It's happening now, it's happening again. That's the blurb from the back. Basically, the pantheon of Greek gods every 90 years is reborn into the bodies of young teenagers. They are given all the powers, respect and love that is afforded to a god, like it's a public thing. They're well known, like they do concerts and festivals and stuff like that. But as a result, they only live for 2 years afterwards. So as a result of having this power and this fame and all this love, they only live for 2 years. And basically, the reincarnation of Lucifer is framed for a murder that she didn't commit. Notice I said she. I'll tell you what, one sec, can I just show you a quick... Here we go, no spoilers, but this right here, this is Lucy. She is the reincarnation of Lucifer, and she is possibly the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I got all of these for 99p each. We have Eternal's Manifest Destiny, which I have yet to read. Punisher Wall Journal, Hunter/Hunted, which is volume 3. I don't have volume 1 or 2, but I really liked this, and I've been meaning to get some more Punisher because my friend Ant has been going on about Punisher for ages. So I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna see what the hype is. It's like a proper old school art style. It's like the original Punisher, but the cover art is gorgeous. And this one is just the Punisher Barbarian with a gun. And like I said, these are originally $16, which I think is about £10. So to get them for 99p, that's mental. Batman of the Future, by Bader, Burchett, Stanton, and Beatty. If any of you are old enough, you will remember the cartoon that this is based on. I have no idea where this falls in the graphic novel arc. I don't know what issue it is, what issues it contains, but I saw it on that website for like 99p, and I thought I have to own this because I love Batman. I also have Adventure Time with Fiona and Cake that I bought the day after Boxing Day. Again, I love it. I've got quite a lot of Adventure Time, plus it was written and illustrated by Natasha Allegri, who I love. Be a Puppy Cat, it's one of my favourite things in the entire planet, and the second one was done by Noelle Stevenson, who is part of the Lumberjanes team, and of course, because Kate Leth likes Lumberjanes, I like Lumberjanes. So yeah, that's Fiona and Cake, and I also, as if I wasn't enough, for other Leth fangirl, I also have Adventure Time Seeing Red. Haven't actually had a chance to read this yet. I'm kind of saving myself for it for a night where I can just sit down and just read it from start to finish, but just love it. Marceline is easily one of my favourite characters in Adventure Time. Probably Marceline and LSP are my favourites. And yeah, it's written by Kate Leth, so duh. And also part of my my bookmark's coming out. No! There we go. Part of my Christmas present from my boyfriend this year was the V for Vendetta graphic novel. It's the soft cover one as well, so it's just like, I just want to rub it against my face. Now, we're going on to the books. I have a lot of books, and you will see a very Lord of the Rings-centric theme. First off, we have Lord of the Rings Part 2, The Two Towers. A lot of this, I've read Lord of the Rings many, many times before, but a lot of it is because I live on my own. I have lived on my own for the past nearly like 4 years now, and obviously the books that I used to read are all my parents' books, so I'm basically just trying to like build up my own adult collection. So I thought, when I saw these online, because this and the next couple books I'm going to show you were from World of Books in the same sale that I got Batman of the Future in. And yeah, they were like stupidly cheap. So I got Two Towers. First one, Lord of the Rings. Not the same covers, unfortunately. I would have loved them to have had matching covers, but oh well, I'm not going to complain. I got Star Wars Young Jedi Knights Lightsabers by Kevin J. Anderson and Rebecca Mosetta. I also have the Physics of Star Trek with a foreword by Stephen Hawking. I'm not like the biggest science nerd ever, but I'm enough of a Star Trek nerd where I will easily read this and enjoy it and genuinely enjoy it. So those were all from World of Books, as well as this bad boy. It is the Lord of the Rings Return of the King visual companion. It does not have its dust jacket, unfortunately, as it came second hand and the dust jacket was ripped. I was a little bit annoyed about that. That's the only thing I would have to say against World of Books, but you know, I got it for so cheap, and it is a second-hand book website, so you know, you kind of have to expect it, really. But it's got stuff like, you know, this spread on the Witch King of Angmar. What else has it got? It's like behind the scenes of like the engines and the machines used in the final battle. So that's awesome. Continuing on the Tolkien-centric books, I also have the Tolkien Dictionary. Not actual leather cover, as I don't agree with leather. Long story, but yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. It's full of gorgeous illustrations. It is literally just a dictionary of all things Tolkien, basically. Yeah, I have 3 things that I picked up today from a local shop in Ludlow called The Furniture Scheme. They have a really nice book section at the back, but it's like flea market books, so you either find really amazing stuff or you don't find anything at all. And I found really amazing stuff today. I found a hardcover copy of The Silmarillion. I have read it before, but again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm really looking to build up like my own book collection for my house, so I had to get the Silmarillion, plus just that book cover design. It's just so pretty. I also got the Hobbit graphic novel. Going to be reading that very soon, as soon as I finish reading everything else. And then I also got Tolkien's World, the Paintings of Middle-earth. We also have, I purchased this with a W.H. Smith gift card that my grandparents got me for Christmas. No, it was for my birthday. Cheers, Grandma and Grandpa. I got the Star Wars The Bounty Hunter Code. It's basically like a copy of the guidebook that the Guild of Bounty Hunters give out to all new initiates in the Star Wars world. It comes with little annotations by like Boba, Jenga, Bosk and Greedo and stuff like that, which is really cool. The other thing that I bought with my W.H. Smith gift card for my birthday from my grandparents was DC Comics Year by Year, the updated edition. And this literally spans from, I think it's literally spans from the 1930s all the way through to the 2010s. Just basically, it's literally like a month by month, year by year look at exactly what comics were out at the time, with some description to go along with them. I also got, as a birthday present from my boyfriend, part of my birthday present, the Ultimate DC Comics Character Guide, which is super awesome. It literally has everyone, like Beast Boy there, Big Barda, don't really know who she is, Booster Gold, Congorilla, Dr. Polaris. It's really amazing. It's got so many people that you wouldn't, you just wouldn't even think. Oh, Hawk Girl. Love Hawk Girl. She's so good. Another one that I picked up in the work sale was the World of Warcraft Ultimate Visual Guide. This is amazing. This has been on my comic book Amazon wishlist for God knows how long. And I'm pretty sure this is the most up-to-date one as well, because it includes Pandaria and some stuff about Draenor. So I'm pretty sure this is the most up-to-date one, but it's beautiful. And now these two last ones were Christmas presents from my parents, who know and love me so well. I did give them my Amazon wishlist for Christmas, but it had so much stuff on there, and fair play to her, my mum had to really dig through to find something that she really wanted to give me, and my God, did she pick well. She picked well, because the first one is Alien, the Archive, the Ultimate Guide to the Classic Movies. This thing is beautiful. It's literally just one of the nicest things that I own. It's got the original H.R. Geiger illustration here on the front, and I actually did a section of research on H.R. Geiger for one of my modules at uni last year, so my sketchbook was just like wangs everywhere. Like, if you know the original Alien design and any stuff by Geiger, you know that it's just phallics, phalluses, penises everywhere. But it's just, I won't bother opening it, just because it's really heavy. But I just, look, it's like bigger than my head, and my head is huge. It's just so pretty. I love it. I love it so much. The other part of my Christmas present from my parents was an art book for one of my favourite games of all time. It is The Art of Alice Madness Returns. Unfortunately, it's one of my favourite games of all time, but I unfortunately have not actually played through Alice Madness Returns yet, just because up until about 3 months ago, I did not actually have a PC for about 4 or 5 years. But I watched my boyfriend play through it. He let me play a bit on his computer, and I played the original American McGee's Alice so much, because I remember my best friend David bought it for me when we were back in college, and it's just... the original American McGee's Alice is like literally up there in my top 5 favourite games of all time, so Madness Returns follows closely after. You've got the original design for Alice and the Card Warriors and her weapons and the different pepper guns that you can have. This one designed for some of the miscellaneous creatures in the underwater levels. Here again, these are some of the artwork for, there's some cutscenes where it goes into like paper doll animation, and that was how it does that, but it's so good. Mum and Dad did so good this year, well done. Oh, right, I need a drink now. Right, that was really long. Let's not ever do that again. Anyway, I have literally talked so much that I've given myself a headache, so I need to go lie down in a cold, dark room somewhere with some paracetamol and have some soup, maybe. I think I need some soup before I start editing all of this. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. The next video on this channel will be the construction of my nerd shelf, which is above me. If you guys are at all interested in seeing that, it's got a little sort of pan through at the end of my nerd shelf. And then after that, if you guys want to see it, we'll be doing a nerdy book, graphic novel, trade paperback, and single issue comic collection video. But that it will be longer than this video, because it'll include all of this and more. Right, well, I'm going to go for a nap, so I'll see you guys later.